Hello, everyone. So today is the part two of the two-pack review, and today we're going to look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Humble Origins two-pack with Senator Shockwave and Data Clerk Orion Pax. So yesterday we had a look at the Rise of Tyranny two-pack with Minor Megatron and Senator Ratbat. And today, of course, as I mentioned, we're going to look at Senator Shockwave here and Data Clerk Orion Pax. So this is basically an origin story of these guys. And yeah, so today is the second day. So it's the second pack as well. So let's take a look at them. Here we have, wait, let me remove this first. There. So here we have Data Clerk Orion Pax. So I'll put an image here of the IDW Comics version. So it's not, in my opinion, it's not that accurate. This part and the head sculpt and the chest piece is pretty much similar, along with like these two cannon looking thingies. Not sure if they're cannons. And the torso downwards look pretty similar, but I think in the IDW comics he looks a lot bigger than this. This is basically a deluxe class figure. And this is a complete retool of the Siege Hound from War for Cybertron toy line. So let's take a closer look at him first. So the head sculpt is pretty awesome, very Optimus-like, although this is Orion Pax way before he became Optimus Prime. The chest piece, this is painted, I believe, and it looks really awesome. Wait, let me do a side-by-side. Let me get Hound first. So let's do a side-by-side comparison. This is the original mold. This is the War for Cybertron Siege Hound. So as you can see, the head sculpt is completely different. That's a complete different head. The chest piece is kind of different. They kind of re-decode this front part, different from this. Now the torso area is the same. It's just covered a little bit here in Siege or in Hound. The, what do you call this part? The crotch area is pretty much the same. The legs are the same as well, and everything downwards are pretty much the same. The arms are the same as well. It's completely the same. And when we look at the back, it's almost identical as well. I wish they could have removed this part or done something different with it, because I don't think he has this on the comics version. And he also doesn't have, oh, he still has the peg. Well, aside from the mold similarities, let me put Shockwave aside for now. The accessories for Orion Pax mainly is this one. This is the first one. This is pretty much a rifle, which is the exact same as the one that Hound has. Hound just has a completely painted version, while I don't think this is a painted one. So yeah, but aside from that, the money shot or the money accessory for Orion Pax is this axe, which comes with this handle, which is pretty awesome looking when he holds it. It looks like he has this hilt, so that is pretty awesome. So let's get Hound out of the way. Now that we've looked at him, let's look at Senator Shockwave. So I will pull up an image of Senator Shockwave as well, so that we can compare while looking at him. Now, what I love about this are the details. So, apologies for my ignorance. I don't have the Siege Starscream mold. I believe this is the Siege Starscream mold. Not sure if the detailing there is the same, but this is pretty awesome. The detailing here, this figure is well detailed. Look at all of these details all throughout his body. Really awesome. Even at the back. So apologies again if the Siege mold, the Siege Starscream has the same markings and detailing, because I'm not too familiar. I never had or even touched a Siege Starscream before. So, but this guy, I know for a fact that all of the 2-packs are redecos, but from the videos that I've watched or the reviews that I've watched before buying them, this was the one that really caught my eye because I love the color combination. The blue, not sure what type of blue this is, but the blue and red and white really stands out. Like, it matches perfectly. It's just really good in the eyes. And to be honest, I've had this figure for more than a week now and haven't put this in any of my stores just yet, or like in any of my display cases yet, because that's how much of a good figure this is, in my opinion. I really love this figure. Only knockoff, I think, in my opinion, is the backpack, because it's just way too big. And the feet, not a fan of the feet, like the heel spurs. In my opinion, they're really thin, and it doesn't really completely support him properly. And then, but yeah, out of the four on the oops, on the two packs that I purchased, this one is definitely my favorite. Really fun to mess around with. But yeah, and compared to the Rise of Tyranny 2-pack that I reviewed yesterday, these two guys don't have any issues regarding their joints, unlike Minor Megatron, whose knees were really weak. All of these joints are really stiff on every one of on both of these guys. So yeah, speaking of joints, let's take a look at their articulation. So for the head, it can move up and down a little bit, and of course sideways. For the shoulders, yes, they can move the full 360, and they have this butterfly joint thanks to transformation. It can move sideways this far, and of course there is a bicep swivel. The elbows can bend the full way. Is it because of transformation? I don't remember, but probably because of transformation, because it has a double jointed elbow. There is a wrist swivel, and then for the waist, it can move freely. For the legs, you can kick sidewards that far, forwards this far, and backwards as far as the backpack can take them. So for the thighs can swivel. The knees, because of transformation, they can bend really, really far. And then the feet, there's an ankle pivot, although very, very little ankle pivot. Oh, by the way, speaking of accessories, I've showed you Orion Pax's accessories. I haven't showed you Senator Shockwave's accessories because he doesn't have them. He only comes with these two things, which are basically the wings of his Sentinel. I actually didn't show you the back of the box on the Rise of Tyranny 2-pack, but better late than never, I guess. So this is the back part of the Humble Origins 2-pack. It shows their alt modes. As you can see there, alt modes for these two guys, and of course, how many steps it takes for them to be transformed. On the side, it's pretty much... Oh, on the side, yeah, this is the other side of the Rise of Tyranny box. And on this, a bunch of legacy figures. So yeah, so these are completely detachable. You can use them as weapons of sort. Not really sure what type of weapon these are if you equip it to his hands. Maybe some kind of sword. But yeah, on the figure or on the display, it's on his forearms, like wings on his forearms. So that's where I put them, and they look nice here. And when they're here, you don't have to move them during transformation. So there you go. Now let's do some general size comparisons. So let's do Orion Pax first. Here we have the Siege Hound. We have the Transformers 1 Optimus Prime, Earthrise Optimus Prime, 86 Optimus Prime, Senator Ratbat, and finally Minor Megatron. Now let's do Senator Shockwave size comparison, and for the first one, the only other Shockwave figure I have, we have the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Shockwave. We have here the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. We have here Senator Ratbat. And finally, we have Minor Megatron. So here we have them both in their alt modes. So I'll show you guys the transformation for all four of these IDW Comics figures in the following week, or yeah, in the upcoming week. Just stay tuned to my channel for those videos. Now let's take a closer look at Senator Shockwave first. So I don't think he transformed in the comics, not too sure, but I don't think he did. And this is very much the Siege Starscream mold. I think this was different. I'll show you a picture here of the Siege Starscream alt mode, just to show you the difference of this part. I think this one is pretty different, but again, I really love the color on this figure, like the blue and red, and they even put a lighter shade of blue here on the cockpit to show that it is the cockpit. And everything else really looks amazing. This one, it covers up the back real nice, so no actual kibble can be seen here. And yeah, the accessories, these two things are basically just the extra wings underneath him or on the side of his old mode. So for me, all praises on this alt mode, no complaints at all. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, because I basically have nothing else to say. This is a really good figure in my opinion. Next one is the Data Clerk Orion Pax. Let me show you side by side the Siege Hound. So they're pretty much the same. Of course, this one is completely different. This is their chest piece earlier in their robot mode, which I already showed you, but everything else is pretty much the same. Even weapon integration. So as we speak, of course, this one, we're going to detach the ammo port and then just peg it here on the back. Now the difference this time, for a Siege Hound, wait, let me show you real quick. For a Siege Hound, the ammo still pegs in the back. His shoulder cannon pegs here in the middle peg, and this long gun pegs here at the back. So that's the weapon integration for Siege Hound. But for Orion Pax, the longer weapon is actually pegged in the middle instead of here, I mean. And this is where we peg his axe. So we just peg it here, just like that. Or yeah, that's how we peg it. Kind of forgot how. But we peg it just like that. Or sorry, other way around. Go to a better place. So we peg it just like this, and that's the weapon integration for Orion Pax. I kind of don't like the axe being there. I tried putting it here, but it kind of gets in the way of the wheels, but it's still better, in my opinion, than it being on top. Oops, sorry. Let me just fix my camera. So yeah, that's the weapon integration for Orion Pax. Now, sorry, let's take a closer look. Basically, the paint is really awesome on these figures. My copy though, the foot or the toes doesn't fold properly, like this one, on one of the toes, but everything else is really nice. No complaints on my end for this. Although among all four of them, the one that I reviewed yesterday, the Rise of Tyranny pack, they're all redecos, and in my opinion, this is the weakest one. Even though the other three are Voyager classes, which already gives them the edge, this one this didn't change a lot from this. The only thing that changed, I think, are the chest plate and the head sculpt. So unlike the other ones, their paint is completely different. Although, of course, the paint is completely different, but it still feels like the same figure. And just like I've read on the Transformers subreddit, that there are better representations of Orion Pax, and I kind of agree. because even though I haven't read the IDW comics or version of the Data Clerk Orion Pax, I think there are better representations of him. But yeah, still not a complaint here. So let's head on to size comparisons. So first we'll do Orion Pax size comparisons. So first we have Siege Hound, we have Earthrise Optimus Prime, 86 movie Optimus Prime, Senator Ratbat, and Minor Megatron. Now let's head on to Senator Shockwave's comparisons. The first one is the Bumblebee movie Shockwave, 86 movie Optimus Prime, Senator Ratbat, and finally Minor Megatron. So my final thoughts on the Transformers Legacy Evolution Humble Origins 2-pack, definitely a hit and miss for Hasbro compared to the Rise of Tyranny 2-pack that we just reviewed yesterday, which both figures I really like, which are really good in my opinion. These two are both the top of the food chain and the bottom of the food chain. Senator Shockwave is definitely a really good remold and repaint of the Siege Starscream, while the Data Clerk of Orion Pax is basically just another repaint or just a repaint of the Siege Hound version. Not that good in terms of retool and repaint for Orion Pax, but for Senator Shockwave, definitely really amazing. The transformation is really simple and engaging. Everything about him is really good. So, compared to the previous 2-packs that I reviewed yesterday, those two figures are really good. These two figures, Orion Pax definitely the weakest among the four, while Senator Shockwave, in my opinion, is the strongest among them and my favorite. So, would I recommend you guys buying this? If you get this on a discount or on a sale, definitely worth getting it. But if not, then if you're not really a fan of the IDW comics, then I don't recommend buying this. But if you are, then this is definitely worth buying. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed my 2 reviews on the IDW 2-packs for Legacy Evolution. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.